So 3 days ago, I tried to pitch a product I was building to a business owner, an operation control system for African businesses, which is basically a business management system for both service-based and product-based businesses. So this man came into my workplace and I want to talk to him about the product, but I realized that because I already know the man, I know the kind of business he does, but I realized that his kind of business, because the idea we want to sell to him is that the product will actually replace the manual method of recording his business numbers, his business records, both the expenses, both the stock taking, and every other things he normally do with notebooks. So, and I noticed that in his own kind of business, before a product will finally arrive in the store, sometimes they have to make payments like for in advance. They may pay for the transportation and some of other things. Why some of those things can be recorded in a stock, but I want a situation whereby he can record those things in drafts in a system, whereby the system will not automatically post it as a stock, but record it in draft. But what we'll have in the system currently, and as at that moment, was not exactly that. The system will allow you to record the item you bought, the supplier, the expenses, then you post it. And the UI, the user interface actually restricts you from moving to another flow without filling the data before that flow. And I wanted to sell him the idea that the platform is actually coming to replace his manual method of recording his business data. And if the system cannot do some of those basic things, I feel like the idea was incomplete and it will be difficult for me to sell to him. So what I did was I paused from it because I know he will actually come here next time, maybe on Sunday, this coming Sunday. I feel like let me fix that first. And when I fix it, then it will be easier for me to convince him that the product will actually help him organize his business. For example, look at what we have here. And this is what I mean. If you go to the stocking page, okay, this is what we currently have on this system here. As you can see, this is the stocking page, and this particular one has been deployed to production for testing. And as you can see, this is the stocking flow. First of all, we have the supplier screen. This is where you enter the details of the supplier of the product you bought. And on this screen, you enter the items that was bought. Then here, you enter the landed costs. And here you review it, and then finally post it. When you get to the end, when you go to this preview, this button will be create. So the problem is that if there's no details in this particular screen, the system will not allow you to move to add items. And as well, as you can see, you can't enter to this screen, you can't go to this screen. So the flow is currently strict, and that's a problem because what if the product have not arrived in full, and sometimes you have maybe paid some amount of money, or maybe you have paid some landed costs or some of other expenses. You can't record any of those things here until you must have filled all these things. So what we did is we introduced a draft system. This one is still on dev. This one is still on local, on development. We introduced a draft system whereby, and also removed the strict. So from here now, you can navigate to each of these flow. You can navigate to any of this screen and enter any data you want to enter any details you want to enter. For example, you can, let me remove this. See, you can enter any data here. And if you didn't enter anything, the system will allow you to move on to another screen where you can enter any detail. Maybe you can enter the product that have been bought at that moment, why it's still being processed. And you can also enter the landed costs. And while you're doing all the other things, the system can automatically save it as draft. These ones are drafts that have been saved. And you can save and close it. And maybe when you update when you made payment for anything else, you can also come here and add them. So we updated this so that the system is no longer strict on you that you must enter everything in one flow before you can save it. We now introduce draft system so that while the product is not yet arrived, you can also enter some of the details that you, maybe payment that you made, something like that, on the draft before you then finally publish it here. Before you finally publish it. Let me know what you think about the user experience in the comment section.